Okay, so this video is regarding memory allocation failure and memory leak which may happen during dynamic memory allocation. So let's first begin with memory allocation failure. Now what is the meaning of this concept? Let's suppose you have demanded some memory at runtime or dynamic time and system is unable to allocate you the sufficient amount of memory. Then the situation will be memory allocation failure. Now how we can verify whether memory allocation failure has begun or not. Now this is a syntax of allocating dynamic memory with the help of new operator. We have seen both the syntax in the last two videos. One is allocating single memory and other is allocating array of memory locations. Now when system is able to allocate the sufficient memory which you are demanding for, then new operator will give you the specific address, the address of the newly allocated block. But if the sufficient memory is not available, then it will return a null pointer and that null will be taken by P. Now we can check this null pointer via two ways. One, we can write if not of P and then we can say memory allocation failure and there only we will terminate, or you can also write if P equal to null and then you can write cout memory allocation failure. We can see with the help of program also. So here it is. Int asterisk P is equal to null. P is equal to new of int. One approach, if not of P. Not of P means, let's suppose the system is unable to allocate the memory, then new will give null here, and what is not of null, it will be true because null will be treated as a false value. So not of false is true and then the answer is memory allocation failure and there only the program will terminate. Otherwise, if you don't want to use this approach, the other is you can directly compare the address value in P. Obviously, if there is memory allocation failure, the P will have null value and it will happen. So these are the two ways to check the memory allocation failure. Now the next concept is memory leak. Now what is memory leak? Now if you allocate memory at runtime, either with the help of new, malloc, calloc or realloc, but you are not deallocating the memory explicitly. As we know, whenever dynamic memory allocation happens, it is the responsibility of the programmer to deallocate the memory explicitly. Why? Because C++ is not having automatic garbage collection. So there is no automatic deallocation of dynamic memory. So it is the responsibility of the programmer to deallocate the memory. And if the programmer is not deallocating it, then the situation will be memory leak. So in this situation, what system will assume? System will assume memory is still under usage, although it is not under usage. So unnecessarily your resources will be wasted. And if it is keep on happening, you are allocating the memory but not deallocating it, then at one time system will run out of the memory because the complete space will be exhausted and consequently there will be lot of problems. The problems may be system may crash also. So the best approach is whenever you allocate dynamic memory, just deallocate it. We can see with the help of program example also, there is a function. The function name is memory underscore leak. Here we are allocating 10 integer memory locations, but the function is just completed without deallocating it. So in the main function, when you call this function will be just allocating the memory but not deallocating it. These kind of situations may give rise to memory leak. Now what is the solution for this problem? The solution is very simple. You have to deallocate the memory as soon as you are allocating it and you are using the memory space. The final step should be this only. So here the memory will be deallocated and there will be no memory leak situation. Thank you.